Here in 2025, there's a big, bold new tax break for retirees, and it came in the form of a bill called the Big Beautiful Bill that has passed. There's a lot in it. Today, I want to talk to you about the thing that impacts our successful retirees the most. Many people just like you. Keep it right here. Good day, everybody. Chris Heerlein here of REAP Financial and host of Retire Ready TV on KXAN here in Austin, and host of Wealth Radio on News Radio KLBJ for over a decade now. If you enjoy our YouTube channel, I drop new content here throughout the month. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. Now, today, what I want to do is talk to you about the things that have recently passed that impact retirees the absolute most. There's a lot of things in this bill, but there's things that have come to fruition through legislation here in 2025 that are greatly impacting our successful retirees. And the first one that comes to mind, it was touted in the election. It was touted during the new administration walking into the White House. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. Well, the one that really applies to you, our retirees, is the no tax on Social Security promise. So did it come to fruition? Not the way we thought it would. What passed is a new senior deduction. So each, let's say you and your spouse, if you file jointly, you're each going to receive a $6,000 increased deduction. So that's on top of the already very high standard deduction. You'll receive that if you itemize or if you take standard deduction. So even though it's not a direct, decrease in tax on Social Security alone, it's indirectly reducing your taxable income. So at the end of the day, it's a big increase in deductibility for retirees. It will be a meaningful impact on your tax return. The minimum requirement, you got to be 65 or older to qualify. So be sure and leverage the power of that increased up to $12,000 for a married couple deductibility. Be sure and leave your questions in the comments section below, and I'll address those in upcoming week's segments. Now let's talk about how this tax deduction, that large, sizable tax deduction, could decrease your income. And how could you leverage that, okay? What are you going to do with this opportunity? A lot of retirees will maybe just see the additional tax savings and bank it. A lot of our successful retirees like to consider Roth conversions. Roth conversions mean you pay tax today to get the money out of the 401k or the IRA into the Roth for tax-free benefits later. Tax-free growth forever, no required minimum distributions. So with this increased deductibility, we may be able to convert more this year in certain cases with a reduced tax liability versus what would have been last year. So think through how this deductibility not only is going to help you save money, but how you could overall save big money with Roth conversions throughout your retirement. Another big one is the SALT cap has been increased. In the prior years, for those that face, property taxes, many of us in Central Texas, you got a highly appreciated home, maybe a mortgage that's paid off, but taxes and insurance kind of feels like a mortgage, right? Well, if you have high property taxes or high state taxes, that SALT limit has been capped. Your deductibility up to $10,000 has been the cap. That's been raised now to $40,000 plus. And so that's a big impact for those of you that pay high property taxes each year. That limit has been lifted dramatically, meaning, again, a tax savings that you'll see here in 2025 and beyond. Another big one that I want to mention is the Medicare D. So many of you that are on Medicare are seeing a lot of premium increases on your B, on your Medicare D. It's just the case of what it is right now, and I've talked about that in other YouTube segments, but I'm going to tell you right now that here in 2025, your prescription out-of-pocket expense has now been capped at $2,000. So medications, that can be a big expense for retirees, particularly as you age up. And so here in 2025, we're seeing it a cap of $2,000, which could really be a big, impactful savings for many of you retirees. So that wraps it up for today. I want you to click on this next video to learn how to save more money in your retirement.